Coming up on This Week in Plymouth, we recap the Planning Board community meeting, PRHS baseball Cinderella story continues, and some important information from both school boards. All that and more coming up on This Week in Plymouth. Hello and welcome to this season's final episode of This Week in Plymouth. I'm your host, Dan Salzer. Kicking off this week is the Plymouth Elementary School Board, who met this past Monday, June 5th. During the principal's report, Tanya Orlando announced that the 8th grader Iris Lamoureux competed at last week's Scripps Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C. and made it to the second round. Congratulations to Iris and her amazing achievements. The school band and chorus attended the Great East Music Festival and received recognition for their performances. The chorus was awarded gold recognition, and the band received the highest recognition available of platinum. It was also announced that the Wellness Committee has decided to make social media another theme of next school year in the wake of the Surgeon General's advisory about the effects of social media and youth mental health. After the board voted to retain the allowed 2.5% of the leftover funds that was granted by the townspeople at the town meeting in March, the board then voted on proposed summer projects with the remaining funds available from this school year. Some of the projects include the new scoreboards, paving, sound system for the gymnasium, along with the floor refresh in the gymnasium, and the new floor cleaner for the hallways and bathrooms, plus the flagpole that got damaged in the severe storm last Friday. All of these projects and the other ones in total in the amount of $153,000. Roughly $40,000 of the remaining funds will be returned to help offset the taxes next year. The last two items that were announced are the official mascot of Plymouth Elementary School is now the Cats. No longer will there be confusion if it's the Cats or the Cubs. And the board approved a 10-cent increase of the breakfast and lunch prices. This is to follow the federal government's goal to have schools charge the same amount that they are reimbursing the schools to prevent them from covering students that do not qualify for the National School Lunch Program. Regulations state that schools cannot have more than a 10-cent increase per year. This was recommended by Daniel Rosner, the district business administrator, to help maintain compliance and access to this critical program that last year alone provided over $115,000 in food service revenue to support students in SAU 48. The following night, the Pemmy Baker Regional School Board met in the Bobcat Cafe at the high school on Tuesday, June 6th. During the principal's report, Bruce Parsons informed the board of a change made in the cell phone policy in the student handbook for the 2023-24 school year. The policy was updated to no longer allow students to use their cell phones during study halls. This change was approved by the board. Also approved by the board was the removal of lockers within PRHS, as students are no longer using them to store their supplies, and it will provide more space in the hallways between classes. 200 of the lockers will be left over and available for students who wish to use one. All others will be replaced with new display cases. Just as the elementary school did, the board approved the increase into the prices of the lunch and breakfast programs at the high school by the 10 cents, bringing the price for breakfast up to $1.85 and $3.10 for lunches. The planning board held their second community meeting on Wednesday night, also at Bobcat Cafe at the high school. During the meeting, the Barrett Planning Group gave a presentation going over the data they received from the interviews that were conducted, as well as the housing survey study and what the next steps are moving forward. This meeting, as well as all other town meetings, are available to watch on demand on our YouTube channel or during select times throughout the week on channel 1301. It's finals week for the Plymouth Regional High School, which began this past Thursday, June 8th. There will be 4 days of finals, with each finals day having a later start as well as early dismissal. The last day will be Tuesday, June 13th, with Wednesday, June 14th being the makeup day. Plymouth Elementary School will be hosting its 8th grade graduation next week on Thursday, June 15th at 6 p.m. in the gymnasium. Friday will be an early release day for the last day of school. Plymouth Recreation has tickets for Whale's Tales and the Fisher Cats at discounted rates. They offer a limited amount of tickets to residents with Whale's Tales tickets being at $22 a person and able to be used at any point during the summer. Fisher Cats tickets are at $10 per person for the July 30th game only. There are a few spots left for the Recreation Department Summer Theater Camp. The program is open to kids 3rd through 8th grade and will be taking place from June 26th through the 29th, with a performance on Friday, June 30th. If you are interested in signing up to see the full list of programs, please visit the Recreation Department website or Facebook page. Plymouth Regional High School will also have some summer sport camps available to students. The programs offered include football, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball. Be sure to head over to the PRHS website at www.prhs.pemibaker.org to get all the information you need for these camps. Taking a look at sports, we recap the spring postseason for PRHS. Girls tennis dropped a close 5-4 match to Trinity in the quarterfinals back on May 25th. Boys tennis fell just short of a repeat as state champions after dropping a nail-biter to Kearsarge 5-4 on May 30th. The boys lacrosse team saw its season come to a close last Saturday in the quarterfinals. The Bobcats dropped a tough game 13-4 to Hopkinton. Lastly, the Cinderella story continues for the 8th-seeded baseball team as they punched a ticket to the state championship game after a thrilling come-from-behind 8-7 win over Kingswood on Wednesday night in Concord. It's the first time since 2014 that the Bobcats have made it to the championship game. The Bobcats look to capture the school's 4th state title in program history when they battle second-seeded Hollis Brookline at 4 p.m. at Northeast Delta Dental Stadium in Manchester. Live broadcasts are only available through the NFHS network, and PBTV will not be able to cover the event. A reminder that the 100th Laconia Bike Week kicks off today. With the construction downtown and the increased traffic, we urge you to please be careful while driving around town. Looking ahead to next week's meetings, the Select Board will be meeting on Monday, June 12th at 5 o'clock in the Town Hall meeting room. The Water and Sewer Commissioners will be meeting on Tuesday, June 13th, also at 5 o'clock, and the Planning Board on Thursday, June 15th at 6:30 p.m. And before we sign off, Jonathan and I would like to thank you, the community, for all the support you have shown us and Pemmy Baker TV over the past year. Since I've joined PBTV a year ago, we have made it our goal to increase this station's original content and bring the community all of the information that is happening around town to keep you informed. Pemmy Baker TV is a public access television station, and if you would like to create your own show at little to no cost, please email the station at pbtv@plymouth-nh.org or call us at 603-536-8116. That will end this season of This Week in Plymouth. For our executive producer, Jonathan Picard, I'm Dan Salzer. We'll be back in August with a new and improved This Week in Plymouth. In the meantime, be sure to visit the town website and social media pages to stay up to date on everything happening in Plymouth. And once again, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on This Week in Plymouth.